Hey, I wanted to put a short video together for you mamas out there. I'm sharing with you something I started, about 7 years ago with my oldest. It's called a Mommy and Me journal. And what I did with this, on the first page, you can see it's just a basic composition notebook. And I wrote a letter in here to my daughter telling her that, sometimes it's hard to say the things out loud or even find the time to do that. And as they get older, and you have more than one kid, it's really hard. So I created this as a way for them to write to me, to say the things, to talk about what was on their heart, something they might be struggling with. And then to make it fun, they put it under my pillow. And then I'll read what they've written. And then spend the time to really respond. We're so busy throughout the day. They could have asked us the same thing, and we wouldn't have the same response. We'd be probably quick with our answer, or not take the time to think about it. And this really gives an opportunity for them to articulate what's on their heart and you to respond. So we've simply just gone back and forth, and this is how it started, was just something like this. And then just something a little dainty, another composition book. This was one for our second daughter. Now our third, well, this was the most appropriate for her. It was a Star Wars Force Awakening. Again, the exact same letter, dated, went in there 2 years ago when I started. And she is 10 years old and still using this format. I would definitely say that my 12 and 13-year-old are not doing it as much, but they're also getting a lot more one-on-one time at night. So this is the one that I'll be starting with our fourth daughter. She is 8. And we started all of them around 8 years old. They're able to articulate sentences, write them out to make sense, and they start to have that burden on their heart and in their minds of things that they want to talk about. And I know it's not forever. I know that this won't be full of journal entries, but it's a way of increasing communication and showing that I'm going to give you the one-on-one time some point today. You are going to get me 100%. And they love going in their room, and I try to sneak it in when they're not in there and find this under their pillow. I always know that no matter what the response is, sometimes they've been hard ones. They loved having that connection. So again, it's a Mommy and Me journal. You can do this. You can make one on your own. You can just put paper together. This is just a $3 composition book. Yes, I went and spent a little bit more on this one, but I also know the heart of our youngest is a writer, and she expresses all of her thoughts in writing and journaling. So I have a feeling this one's going to be highly, highly valued. If you're wondering any other things about this, any concerns you might have or questions, please feel free to reach out. But I hope that if you have a daughter, and even if you think your son would benefit, we don't have boys in this house. We only have girls. So I've not been able to try this with a son. However, this is such a great communication tool that I believe it would work with either your son or your daughter.